Our first guest this morning has made a name for himself as the keeper of all things Atlanta. And he's brought some special Usher memorabilia with him to celebrate his return to the ATL. We're so excited for this.
I know, because when you look at all the magazines, you look at the CDs, you're thinking, how did this collection even begin? How did it get started?
Right.
And our guest this morning is going to break it all down for us. So if you could please welcome here Larry Compton, also known as new face to ATL Live.
Yes,
welcome.
Good morning, ladies. How are you today?
We're so good. We're so glad you're here. We know you just walked in.
Yes, you just walked in.
Perfect timing. But this is all things. It's about Usher today. We're celebrating Usher.
So tell us a little bit about what you brought. We want to get into the
Oh.
CDs because this one is my personal favorite, Confession.
Yes.
Celebrating 20 years this
Yes,
year.
indeed.
And these
Celebration.
magazines as well.
And what you're looking at is like, the lifespan of his career, the early parts, the Vibe magazines, the young Usher, the father, the transition, and starting from the very beginning. A lot of people know me talking about with artists, the evolution and from the very beginning.
Yes,
what you're looking at here is the original first headshots of his first career. The early,
I gotta lay this here so you get a shot of that.
I mean, this guy right here,
Wow.
this
So
is
good.
the Christmas Carol Usher. What do you know about that? Like, these are rare things that you can't just go to like Amazon to buy these things. You're not gonna be able to go to Target. So, like you said, I'm the keeper of the culture, preserver of the culture, historian, but celebrating people that look like us in this hip hop. And I was very excited for this show because I'm always known to being backstage and I'll wrap this up and the artist is like, I don't even have this. What are you doing with all this stuff in the physical copy? So what you're looking at is right here is just a sampler. This is not even the, if you look at this stuff,
and this isn't like the part 2 one either, because I remember being very salty in 7th grade when My Boo came out and it wasn't on.
The Alicia Keys.
Exactly. It wasn't on. You had to get the second CD.
Yes,
You know what? I love a good CD, though. I guess I'm a dinosaur because there's something about holding a CD and it's so nostalgic.
Yes, indeed. And that's my brand, too. It's called Nostalgia. I'm known as New Face, but my brand is called Nostalgia, and that's what we do. We celebrate, and we even go back to the VHS and the cassette tape era as well.
Yeah. I love this, and I really want to speak to, obviously, Usher he's such an incredible artist here in Atlanta. He's changed music. Talk about that a little bit as a collector, what that means for you.
First of all, like you said, he is in Atlanta. I've seen him countless times in the city practicing. I've been to the studio, seen him dancing. I'm good friends with his DJ Mars, who did 100 shows in Vegas. So kudos to DJ Mars. But his whole team is like, phenomenal. And seeing the evolution of him as becoming a father, a husband, and watching those evolutions, because the tours that I've come to those shows, and everyone is, tremendously bigger. And so you see the evolution in real time, and you see the growth and everything in an artist, and every artist attains to be Usher. He is like the plateau. You've seen the Super Bowl, right? So it's like, that's the plateau. So for any artist that I'm working with, I'm like, that's the bar. Like just last week we did Sierra and Missy. So it's like, I'm watching these shows and I'm like, but Usher is the pinnacle. So, the bar is gonna be set. So, yesterday I'm like you said, it was an hour before. I'm like,
I know.
Did you have your outfit ready?
We did.
We did.
We did. That's okay.
Yes.
And I also have my real tickets for the October show.
There you go.
Okay, cool. Did you guys do the Vegas show?
No, I
We did
really
not.
wish. I went twice to Vegas and he wasn't performing in those.
He has
windows.
Paris coming up, I heard.
And then he has Paris Rendezvous coming out in theaters in September.
AMC,
So there's that as well. But before you leave, we know that your catalog spans all Atlanta music. We're talking about the depths of hip hop and R&B in this city. If you were to, before you go, just kind of explain your collection and what legacy you hope you want it to leave.
Again, so when I went to school, we were going to classes and we were seeing Picasso and we were seeing Rembrandt, and we're all great artists, but I didn't see anyone that looked like me or looked like us. So for me to celebrate, Black excellence or this culture of hip hop or something that was ours, my father took me to my first show, which was LL Cool J, Beastie Boys, and Run DMC. He bought me some Adidas. So it's like, when they said, if you have Adidas, take your shoes off. I was a kid like, oh, I do have Adidas. I can do this, and this looked like us. So for me to years later be able to decorate the Rock the Bells cruise, the first ever hip hop cruise, and to get a check signed by LL Cool J, and that was the first rapper I ever seen that's the span of my hip hop fandom. So from the Trap Music Museum to the Hip Hop 50 Earwax Records celebration, I'm trying to show people newer artists. Like I was just with Lotto. She was on one cover, a couple covers, but I'm showing them the importance of the physical copy and how important that matters, because if someone just cuts our power off or no internet, what do you have? What do you have? I'm out there pulling out markers. The thing is, I went to a Gunner in-store, and so it's like, the kids like there, I don't even know but they know if they bought this, they got an opportunity to meet Gunna, take a picture with him, and he sold more records that week, so it helps and it matters. So
amazing. New Face, you're just again a collector, but also you have a collection of knowledge. Go check him out. We're gonna have all the information on atliveshow.com about all these collections and so much more.
Thank you for being here.